Ah, I like the VCR touch there. Good evening, everyone. Waiting for some people to jump in here, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Probably should let some other people know that I'm streaming. There we go. And all right, let's see what we got going on here. Yep. I don't need tutorials. Me? I get to use my me on this one? Alrighty, let's see what the story mode has to offer in a game show game. We found a box of unmarked tapes dating back to 1972 that we need your help identifying. We've sent along the lovely Jessica to help you in your task. Good luck. There's only one time someone's ever done that.
Television's most exciting hour of fantastic prizes. The fabulous 60-minute Price is Right.
Oh, I think I saw me. I see me.
Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Welcome to Contestants Row. The contestant with the bid closest to the actual retail price of the item without going over wins the item and gets to come up on stage to play a pricing game. Here's the item up for bid.
It's a trampoline
Oh,
with a unique round design for outdoor fun and recreation. Ideal for physical fitness with features such as uniform bounce and larger jumping area from Round Trampoline.
Let's start the bidding.
yeah.
All right, what's your bid? Okay, please give me your bid. And how much do you think it's worth? All right, your bid, please.
I'm gonna go with 482 and see what happens. Gotta click on it. Let's just go 490.
Retail price is. You
Good
win.
deal.
Come up on stage. You're going to play Plinko for $25,000.
That model looks creepy.
First,
And the
you need to
Plinko
earn
board
your
looks kind of
Plinko
strange.
chip. You start out with one free chip, but you can win up to 4 more. There are 4 different items on display. Each item has a 2-number price, but only one of those numbers is correct. Let's take a look at the first item.
It's a queen-size bed sack It provides luxury upholstery for your old mattresses or box springs and protection for you from BedSac.
Is the right or the left number the correct number in the price?
Since I have no idea what year this is, I'm going to say...
You're right.
Woohoo!
Here's another Plinko chip.
$1 off.
You can earn another chip with this item.
Be everything you can be with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Skincare and glamour cosmetics presented in your home by trained beauty consultants. Mary Kay Cosmetics.
Is the right or the left number the correct number in the price? You're right.
Okay.
Here's another Plinko chip. This is our third item up for bid.
Don't vacuum. From now on, electric broom. The most advanced electric broom of all. The two-motor electric broom power team makes cleaning a breeze.
Is the right or the left number the correct number in the price? Sorry, that number was incorrect. This is your last chance to earn a Plinko chip.
Full Wrap stainless steel kitchenware. The choice of many fine restaurants. Prepare, cook, and serve food in your home. The value is Full Wrap.
Is the right or the left number the correct number in the price?
Hmm.
You're right.
Okay.
Here's another Plinko chip. Let's move on over to the board where you can drop your chips. Here are your chips. Drop them on the top of the board and let's see where they end up. This is your first chip. All right, your Plinko chip is going down and is going to land on
It's looking good.
$500. Drop your next chip. All right, your Plinko chip is going down and is going to land on
Looking good.
$0.
Ah, not
Drop
looking
your
so
next
good.
chip. All right, your Plinko chip is going down and is going to land on
Didn't get stuck.
$0.
What was that? That's rigged. It like
This is your
floated over
last
the hole
chip.
for 1,000. Come on.
All right, your Plinko chip is going down and is going to land on
Yep.
0.
I swear it moves up in the other direction sometimes.
Congratulations.
That's a new record for Plinko.
Welcome to the Showcase Showdown. You'll spin the wheel. If your spin or your combination of two spins is higher than the current leader, you'll win the chance to play in the showcase. Be careful though. If your total is exactly this is
Yep,
the
we know how
current
to play.
leader. Beat his score. It's your turn to spin.
$80 would have been good.
60.
Thanks, Almighty Peanut. I agree with you.
Is lower than the leaders. You have to spin the wheel again.
Welcome to the stream, by the way.
It's your turn to spin.
Of course, now I get 75. Oh no, I get 55.
Ooh,
Over by 5
55.
cents.
You're over $1. Sorry, you won't go to the showcase.
No, I'm over by 15 cents. Sorry. Why am I smiling? I now have access to the archives. You can access them from any time in the single player menu. Plinko 1983 is unlocked. Oh, I like other VHS tapes. So this is the Price is Right Decades version that was mentioned yesterday when I was live streaming on the other channel. I have no idea what year it is. I'm supposed to help them out.
Here it
2005, so I guess we're about where we were last time.
studio at CBS in Hollywood. Television's most exciting hour of fantastic prizes. The fabulous 60-minute price.
The set doesn't look as accurate from 2005, but whatever. Where am I at? There's where I'm sitting.
Come on down. You're the
My
next
head is so huge compared to all the other audience members.
Welcome
Then again, that would be that way in real life too.
The contestant with the bid closest to the actual retail price of the item without going over wins the item and gets to come up on stage to play a pricing game. Here's the item up for bid. Well, here it comes. A beautiful new area rug. Home accessory designer
That looks ugly.
Claire Murray captures the essence of the sea.
2005 had different tastes, I guess.
Into your home with this beautiful rug from Claire Murray from Nantucket. Let's start the bidding. All right, what's your bid? Okay.
820 for that rug? I wouldn't pay that. 450.
And how much do you think it's worth?
950.
All right, your bid, please.
So going between the two, I would say 451. Can't be more than $950, right? You say 700? That's in between the two that I'm thinking of. All right, I'll go with 500. I'll do your bid. 700.
Actual retail price is
$9.99.
Let's move on to the next round.
Dang it. You're right, they can get pricey.
Welcome to Contestants Row. Here's the item up for bid. It's a terrific gas range.
Gas range, ooh.
This stainless
Those are going to be outlawed pretty soon, aren't they?
gas range offers electronic pilotless ignition and self-cleaning convection oven with 3 heavy-duty oven racks. Let's start the bidding. All right, what's your bid? Okay, please give me your bid.
I would have guessed more than $13.35.
And how much do you think it's worth? All right, your bid, please.
I'm not sure if I would have went to $16.93, but that sounds like an oddly specific bid. What do you think, $1,400? Those first two bids are really close together. $13.36. Oops. $13.36.
Actual retail price is
There we go.
you win. Come up on stage.
We finally got one, Almighty Peanut. Well, I guess I got the first one too, but it was a lot more obvious on what to bid the first time through.
We'll be playing Golden Road.
Oh my gosh, I'm terrible at this game.
Rich buttery toffee wrapped in smooth milk chocolate. Isn't it time you had a Heath bar? Have a Heath. With this item, you can win the next prize. The next prize's first digit is one of the 2 from the first item.
Okay.
Lovely flatware.
Flatware, eh? So it's either $500 or $800.
Practicality of stainless in this Michelangelo pattern. A 46-piece serving with chest. Oneida, your table is ready.
I know that brand.
Which of these digits is correct for the prize?
543 or 843. What do you think, Almighty Peanut? You think 5? I was thinking 5 too. This is 2005. Oneida is a brand I recognize though, so I was tempted to go with 8. Let's go with 5.
Is this the correct digit? Oh, sorry.
Told you.
Your ride
Terrible
on
at this
Golden
game.
Road ends here.
That's right. We get to go to the Showcase Showdown at least, and we have another chance at the wheel.
Welcome to the Showcase Showdown. You'll spin the wheel. If your spin or your combination of 2 spins is higher than the current leader, you'll win the chance to play in the showcase.
Probably stop listening to
Careful,
you.
though, if you go over $1,
That's the thing. When I usually stop listening to people,
This is the current leader.
that's when I should listen to them. So I'll trust either way.
It's your turn to spin.
Oh, first day of spring break. Spent it mostly at work. Okay. I was going to say stay at 20. I have a better
Your result is
odds
lower
at
than
20.
leaders. You have to spin the wheel again.
Where's
It's your
80?
turn to spin.
Not on this side. The wheel seems easier to spin this time, but it also seems a lot more finicky. Oh, here comes the dollar. There's 80. And I'm not even going to come close.
40.
75 would have been good.
You win. Congratulations. You're headed to the
I
showcase.
did? Did I have 40 the first time? I thought I had 20. Oh, I wanted 20. Are there any versions of this game where Bob Barker voices it? Absolutely no. He was already long retired when they started putting these games out. So I don't get to choose whether I bid or pass, it looks like. So we have to go on the prizes here. I'm going to make notes as we go along.
Retail price of your showcase, you win both showcases. Let's see the first showcase. Your showcase begins with a wonderful collection of cooking books. DK Publishing, books to help you cook and entertain like a pro. Classic cuisines from around the world with guides to fine food and fine wine. DK Publishing.
DK Publishing, okay.
And you can serve it in this lovely new dining room. From Hooker Furniture Saddle Creek Collection, this 9-piece dining room group with ladder-back chairs and buffet features birch solid and oak veneers from Hooker Furniture. And serve your meal on this elegant dinnerware. This 24-karat gold accent dining collection from Royal Prestige features Nocturne China, coordinating lead crystal, and flatware for the ultimate dining experience from Royal Prestige. After dinner, listen to this new player piano.
Player piano, eh?
A roll-operated player piano with drums and tambourine. Have your own concert in the comfort of your own home from Ragtime West. And this showcase can be yours if the price is right. Do you want to bid or pass on this showcase?
Oh, I get to bid or pass. Oh, I'm passing. No car means pass, right? But if you want, I have no idea.
Your opponent will bid on the showcase.
I have absolutely nothing for that.
Bid.
What did she bid? 18,471. She could be over.
Your showcase begins with this beautiful new living room. With this exotic styling and intricate embossed detail, this Palmetto Grove Verde living room group from Ashley can transform the atmosphere of any room from the Ashley Companies. And beneath this furniture, there's this luxurious carpeting. Old Man from Hibernia Woolen Mills is the ultimate wool carpet manufactured from 100% New Zealand wool fiber. Enjoy performance, comfort, and elegance with 60 square yards.
That's 90 square feet.
You can also win these authentic German beer steins.
Beer steins.
It's a collection of limited edition German beer steins. Decorate your mantle or bar with these authentic German-made steins featuring fancy, comical, or decorative pewter lids. And take a fantastic trip to Germany.
It's a trip.
You and a guest will fly round-trip coach from Los Angeles to Munich, Germany for a 6-night stay at a luxury hotel, eat, drink, and be merry in Bavaria's capital city. And this showcase can be yours if the price is right.
All right, so we're going to go, what, 10 grand for the trip. All my opinion says the dining room alone could be worth 6,000 to 9,000. I'm going to go on the lower end of that. I think 6,000 is kind of on the high end for me. So let's go. That'd be 16,000. Then we have to add in the beer steins. Are those 1,000? Yeah, that wasn't the last showcase. Last showcase that Bob ever did, probably. I'm thinking we had the living room set from Ashley. We had the beer steins and a trip to Germany. I don't think the beer steins are worth anything. I'm going to split right down the middle. I'm going to say 17,000. Should we do 17,500? Because I'm thinking at least 10,000 for an overseas trip to Germany. 17,500. That's 10,000 for the trip, 7,000 for the furniture set, and $500 for the steins. $500 for steins sounds like a lot. I'm probably overthinking this. I'm going to go with $250 for the steins. That sound good, or am I completely off? You think I'm very close to it, or am I going to overbid? 17,250 sounds like, I don't know, or I can do 17,500. 17,450. You know what? I don't feel like changing it to 5. I think we're gonna do it. This right here will do it.
Okay, you've both bid on your showcases. Let's see what they're worth. The actual retail price of the second showcase is...
See, now you got... What?
For a difference
Thank
of...
God I didn't do 17.5.
The actual retail price of
How
the
close
first
am I?
showcase is...
Oh, I thought she was over. I really thought she was over.
Difference of... Your bid is less than $250.
We won both showcases. Let's do this. Oh, I should have been on in 2005. I would have won big. Hilarious. Hilarious. We did terrible at Golden Road. That is insane. I probably couldn't do that again if I tried. I think the first time I played the original Price is Right game on here, we did something similar. I'm going to do one more year. That is insane. I was like, what, 30 bucks off? All because I was too lazy to type in 500. I was like, whatever.
Here it comes. Television's most
Hey, Jet Screamer, welcome to the stream.
fantastic prizes.
You just missed it. I had a double win showcase on The Price is Right in 2005. Oh, I missed the year. Anybody get the year for this one? This is the decades version, so...
The next contestant on The Price is Right.
I'm rewinding my life. 1991.
Welcome to contestant
Okay, I was alive in 91,
The
but I wasn't doing any
contestant
shopping in
closest to
91.
The actual retail price of the item without going over wins the item and gets to come up on stage.
It's funny
to play a
because I was
pricing
just
game.
too lazy to type in my actual wanting to bid, so I just made it lower. I would have been over by $11 if I had typed it in the way I was saying out loud. Oh, I should be paying attention to this. What is this called? It's a wardrobe or an entertainment center? Entertainment center.
Let's start the
Future
bidding.
designs from Picasso.
All right, what's your bid?
I have been curious if I looked this stuff up. Thank you, Almighty Peanut. I have no idea. What do you guys think? Entertainment center from 1991.
And how much do you think it's worth?
I'm assuming it's going to be worth around the same as today. 968.
All right, your bid, please.
I'm thinking if it's solid wood and not that particle board stuff, we're probably looking at over 968. I want to go over 968. What do you guys think? You got Jet Screamer in the stream and Almighty Peanut. I'll let you guys determine where should I place my bid. In between lower than 672, in between 781 and either the top or the lowest, or higher than 968. I really want to try it to be more than 968. That's my instinct. Although 781 is almost right in the middle between those other two bids. Maybe a little bit more leeway between. So that'd be 970. How about that? Or should I be very specific like last time? You would say between 781 and 968, but trust your instinct. Like I said, entertainment center, that's what's throwing me off here. And 1991 is a key price too.
Actual
Let's do it.
price is
1100. Whew.
you win. Come up on stage.
Do y'all mind it, Peanut? It's a significant piece of furniture back then, and it had to be strong enough to hold a tube television. That's what was making me think more expensive.
All right,
Never had to buy.
we're gonna
Neither
play
did I.
bangers
I was a
for
kid. I was a
chance
kid
to
as
win
well.
$16,000.
I would have been in kindergarten in 1991.
For each dollar you miss, high or low, the mountain climber will take one step on the mountain. If
Oh,
he goes
no.
too far up the mountain, he'll fall off, and you'll
We may be
lose.
seeing a lot
But
more
if
of
you stay on
the
the path after you've bid on the items, you'll win.
hiker.
Here's the first item you'll be bidding on.
The 80s edition of Soap Opera Challenge. It's your drama by the deck with hundreds of questions about your favorite soaps.
What do you think is the price
Hilarious.
of this item? Enter your bid for this item.
Oh gosh, I have to go in from scratch? Oh, I wouldn't pay $1 for it. What do you guys think? Trivia game for challenging you on your soap opera knowledge. 20 bucks? 25 bucks? That even almost seems too expensive. What would a deck of cards have cost back then? Then they have to think of information to print on. I'm going to say there's 4 of them. That'd be $5 a piece. Maybe $6 a piece. So $25. I could be way off. $5, yeah. I'm going to try this one.
Is that the value of the item? No. Let's see how many steps he'll take.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. $9 off. Oh, it's 16, so I was way over.
Here's the second item you'll be bidding on.
We have Spencer's. Everything children's clothing is meant to be. Durable, easy care Spencer's. American made and will stand the test of time.
What do you think is the price of this item? Enter your bid for this item.
I don't get what the prize is. Is it kids' clothing? Or is it like stationery? That's Spencer's. What did they make? I'm gonna try to look this product up. 1991, right? Spencer's. How much would kid clothing cost? Let's ask her. Alexa, set volume to 8. See if my microphone picks it up. Alexa, how much did kids' clothes cost back in 1991?
I don't know that.
Okay, Alexa's no help. Were you guys able to hear her? All right, how about this? Alexa, how much do kids' clothes cost today?
Recently, price for kids' clothes is $15. Please I'll do that.
All right, Alexa, stop. All right, she says the range is $16 to $26 today. So I'm going to go ahead and split that difference and just go with 20.
Is that the value of the item? Yes, it is. Great.
Ah.
The mountain climber is staying still.
Thanks, Alexa.
Here's the last item you'll be bidding on.
This is the Kiwi Shoe Valley 2. Comes with applicators, brushes, footrests, and more. Keep shoes shiny.
What do you think
The
is
shoe
the price of
valet.
this
What the
item?
heck is a shoe
Enter
valet?
your bid for this item.
I have no idea what a shoe valet is. I'm assuming that's like a shoe shine kit. I'm looking at 1991 pricing for stuff. All right, shoe shine. $19.91. Shoe shine kit. Anybody get the name of it? Tommy's Shine Box. Yes, that's actually what I was thinking of. Shoes used to be a big investment. Men would even have them. Oh yeah, resold at times. There's a shoe repair place in a couple towns over from me, and I was just like, whoever goes in there anymore, because everyone else would just do it. So okay, this is interesting. I found a strategy guide for this game by typing in cliffhangers 1991 and shoe shine kit. But I'm scrolling through this guide. This is on GameFAQs or GameSpot.com. And I'm going to see... I don't know. Should I not look it up? Should I just guess? Another 20 bucks? Let's do it. I've got plenty of room. I like how I was able to find somebody went through the trouble of writing down the prices of this game. That's insane. That is really cheating though, right? We probably shouldn't do that.
Is that the value of the item? No. Let's see. How many
No,
steps
go
he'll
and get
take.
your shine box. You mother... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh!
The climber's still on the mountain. You win.
$33. Woohoo! Oh yeah. Bet the price is right in that guide. So I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna see if it's in here for $33, right?
You'll spin the wheel. If your spin or your combination of 2 spins is higher than the current leader, you'll
That
win
won't
the
help me
chance
with
to
this
play in the
game.
showcase. Be careful though. If you go over $1,
My gosh, they just have everything listed in here, but there's no organization to it whatsoever.
$1,000, and you'll spin again for a chance at even more bonus cash. This is the current leader. Beat his score to win.
Shoe Valet, is that what it was called?
It's your turn to spin.
Yeah, there it is. Kiwi Shoe Valet 2, $33. Interesting. All right. We're definitely firing on all cylinders now. This is dangerous now that I know this is here. I'm going to want to look up every price before I put it in. I thought I was going to be able to pipe in the Amazon Echo into this and just have her guess with me. Oh, we already won? Heck yeah. Have the showcases in here? Oh my gosh, they do. It was right next to all of the regular prizes. I hate to say it, but there's only 3 showcases they could possibly do for $19.91, and I already saw the prices for them. So, sorry guys.
If your bid is within $250 of the actual retail price of your showcase, you win both showcases. Let's see the first showcase.
Your showcase begins with a trip to
Hot Springs,
Arkansas.
Trip to Arkansas is what they put this as.
You and a guest to fly a round trip coach from Los Angeles to Hot
That's
Springs,
crazy.
Arkansas.
Who would want to?
6-night stay
Who would want
at
to play
the
this game with this guide?
Hilton Hotel.
Like
Enjoy
by
gourmet
themselves.
dining
I can see if you're playing with another person, but they're going to see you looking at the stuff in the guide, right?
Enjoy the spa, links, sightseeing,
You guys seen the
nightlife.
perfect
It
bid?
has it all.
That's there's a documentary out about the guy who did a perfect bid on The Price is Right.
New brass bed.
And not like Contestants Row, like they got the showcase right to the penny.
Of genuine brass by J.B. Ross for a statement of ultimate luxury designed by Bella
Someone
Ross
very
and J.B.
lonely.
Ross.
Hey,
And you'll have a
right up my
nice
alley, right,
mattress
Almighty Peanut?
set.
But I'm not lonely since I have you guys.
Top symbol mattress featuring tempered steel, inner springs, and design covering. Quilted to soft super foam. Symbol.
Oh, they have this listed as
And you
brass
also
bed.
win
Oh,
this new van.
look at that. A Pontiac. They don't make those anymore.
A Pontiac Transport SE van. Great for hauling
All right.
cargo or
The
goods.
good news is I don't know the actual price yet, but I am going to look at it because I'm going to put in the exact bid just because I want to. But I'm going to try to guess to see what it is beforehand. The problem is I know the range.
And this showcase can be yours if the price
It has to be at least 17,000, but no more than 28,000.
Do you want to bid or pass on this showcase?
We're going to bid on this one because it has the car, right? So,
You've
bid.
kept the showcase. How much do you think your showcase is worth?
What do you guys think it's worth? I'm going to do this first. Because I'm thinking, what would a minivan in 1991 cost? Let's do the same thing. Alexa, set volume to 10. I may blow out the speaker trying to get it to register on the microphone, but let's see what happens. Oh, you know, I could turn off the filters. The noise gate that I have on here. See if this happens. Yeah, there we go. Noise suppression. All right. Let's see what happens. Alexa, how much did a minivan cost in 1991?
From Edmunds.com. The value of a 1991 Nissan Pathfinder ranges from $331 to $2,953, based on vehicle condition, mileage, and options.
Okay, so she's telling me what those minivans are worth today based on a Nissan. $35 was the lowest, I think. And the highest was like $3,000, so that wasn't any help. Can we ask the question again? What do you guys think? Jet Screamer says 25 grand for this showcase. Don't even know what cars go for today. Yeah, that's same with me. I need to figure out a way to pipe Alexa's sound into the stream. I can probably do that if I have another input on here. All right, so we got 25 grand from Jet Screamer. Almighty Peanut says minivan is maybe 22K by itself. Almighty Peanut says or 25. Oh, yep, same thing. This looks like a job for... Okay, you mentioned it, so I'm going to try it. Let's chat.openai.com. I got to get logged in. Do I have an account with this, with my personal? I do. All right, let's see what I got here. Yep. ChatGPT is experiencing issues. All right. Write an estimate of how much a minivan. Oh, we'll put it was a Pontiac, right? Pontiac minivan would cost in 1991. Here we go. It's thinking. We should do that. Have the AI face off against me in Jeopardy or something like that. I don't know what it would take to do that. You said switch that? In 1991, the Pontiac minivan was available in two models, the Transport and Safari. The base price for the Transport was around $16,000, while the Safari was started at around $17,000. Or the final cost would depend on that specific model, trim level, and additional features or options added. It is important to note that the cost of a Pontiac minivan in 1991 would not be directly comparable to the cost of a similar vehicle today due to inflation and changes in the automotive industry over the past 3 decades. However, in 1991 dollars, the base price for a Pontiac minivan would be equivalent to $30,000 to $32,000 in 2023. All right, so ChatGPT is all over the place. $16,000 to $17,000 for starting. I didn't see the options or anything. I wish you could replay it. An AI already played and won on Jeopardy, didn't it? Yes, Watson. Yes, you're right. That's why I said I'd like to duplicate that with like ChatGPT for this one. That would be kind of interesting. But the problem is, I don't know how I'd get it to buzz in. I can have it write a script, I guess. Write a script that acts as your own Bluetooth Wii remote. No. Use ChatGPT to do that. So I'm just going to let you know. Here is what the guide says. We're going to find out if it's right. 28,382. We're going to reenact that perfect bid scenario. So I'm not leaving any room for error. If this guide is accurate, this should be correct.
You'll bid on the second showcase.
Are they going to show it?
Your showcase begins with this new air hockey game.
Air hockey game. Okay.
Air hockey
I know how much this one is too. I'll let you guys guess on this one. See how close the computer gets.
Fun game geared for the whole family. And relax in your brand new hot tub. Complete
That's interesting. It still shows the showcase for the other player,
Catalina Spa. Designed for efficiency
even though it's the
and
computer.
portability From Catalina Spa. Then speed off in a brand new convertible.
Oh, it's a LeBaron.
The Chrysler LeBaron 2.
Oh, I should have held off. I don't want a minivan. I want this showcase. It's not worth as much, but I want this showcase.
Air conditioning and California emissions. And this showcase.
Oh, California emissions.
The price
So that's
is
before
right.
emission standards were more standard across everything.
This is your opponent's bid.
Oh, she overbid. Way overbid.
Okay, you've
Okay, I
voted
want
on your showcase.
you guys can guess how much
With
it's
the
supposed to be.
The actual retail price of the first showcase is
28,382.
for a difference of
0. The guide is
actual
correct.
Retail price of the second showcase is
And it was right on this price too. So yes, somebody went through and wrote down all the prices for this in a game guide. Hilarious. Second double showcase winner. Now this doesn't. I don't know. This is why. Yeah, this doesn't feel as good as the other one did. Yeah. Oh, I did win both. I was gonna say. I was just thinking. I forgot I would win both showcases. I won a Pontiac, whatever it is, and a Chrysler or LeBaron. That is nice. I like the. You know what's interesting though? My chat thing is a little broken, so sorry guys if I'm not responding right away. There we go. For some reason, my chat wasn't updating for a second. There we go. So let's take a look here. Put a tablecloth over that, and you got a dinner table too. Alright, so I'm not going to look up the guide anymore. I'm going to get out of it. Unless you want me to have you guys bid, and then I'll put in the correct bid for stuff. Let's do this one more time. One more game. Or I can try to have... I don't know. The problem is it goes so quickly, I can't put the entire description into ChatGPT. 1977. Oh, the new Price is Right. The funny thing is, the only thing I know about this, the reason why I know it was called The New Price is Right, is there is a channel on something called Pluto TV. It's like an app. It was called Vizio TV on my Vizio TV, ironically. It was called the Vizio TV app. And all they do is they play nothing but The Price is Right, the old Bob Barker era ones from the 80s, but when he was still coloring his hair.
And gets to come up on stage to play a pricing game. Here's the item up for bid. A coffee table.
Coffee table. The fire and brilliance of genuine copper and brass.
The original collage table. Collage, a limited edition designer collection handcrafted by American Furniture Group.
Let's start the bidding. All right, what's your bid? Okay, please give me your bid. And how much do you think it's worth?
I guess my question is, I'll leave it to you guys. Do you want me to cheat and look up this answer? Or do you want me to genuinely bid? I'll let you know my genuine bid right now for a brass coffee table. 1977. All these prices seem kind of high, to be honest. I would be tempted to go with $1. But maybe it's just because it's 1977. Jet Screamer says, Pluto TV is great. Hasn't... Oh yeah, there is a Tosh.0 channel on there. I don't know, because the first time I pulled it up, it's great for when you don't care what you want to watch or if you have a group of people over. I like the game show channels on there, like watching Wheel of Fortune, Old Jeopardies, The Price is Right, just because I find them interesting to watch anyway. But if you have a group of people over and you just want to casually watch it. So Almighty Peanut says $4.15. Are you looking up the guide yourself, Almighty Peanut? Oh, I forgot to ask. And I don't know. Let me know if you guys can hear my echo on this. I forgot to ask Alexa. Where's OXO when you need them? Because usually that's what sets off that thing. All right, Alexa, what would the price in 1977 be for a brass coffee table?
From onestibs.com. The average selling price for a 1970s brass glass coffee table at First Dibs is $2,813, while they're typically $350 on the low end and $26,000 for the highest priced.
Okay, it gave me the pricing again for today. Could you guys hear that or no? I already see a nope on there. Oh, you're not looking up the answer? It has autocorrect has not been fun today. Oh, yeah. Made with real Formica. These are the days without very much credit card usage. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna go with $1. That'd be my guess. Let's see if I don't know. I'm curious to see if I'm right. This is 1977. Whoops, not 2000. 1977. Contestants Row. What was that called? Believe it or not, I actually don't know if it's on here. Oh, they have a coffee table listed. Was it Collage Coffee Table by American Furniture Group? Jet Screamer said you heard it? Okay. So I'm going to turn these back on. Because if I don't have these noise gates on, believe it or not, I don't use... You guys see me. I don't use headphones for my streams. Because, well, number one, I have many hearing problems in my left ear because of, I don't want to get too technical with it, but I just have problems with it. And wearing headphones makes it worse. Could get an infection easily from just wearing headphones, so I don't wear headphones anymore. If I do earbuds, I only put it in my right ear because that's the only one I can hear out of. I'm going to go with the $1 because that was my initial instinct. 550. That's what the guide said. I should have just typed that in. So I was... Hey, you guys saw it here first. I had it. What's the game I'm going to play here? I'm going to play a game called Professor Price, if the guide is correct.
Let's see what you'll be playing for.
A new car!
Oh, it's a Chevy Nova. Didn't these things used to explode?
Rugged, reliable performance make this 6-passenger automobile a practical compact for the road.
Jet Screamer, you would be correct on noise-canceling headphones. Whenever I put... Like, if I put in an earplug into this ear, too, it's... I mean, it sounds like there's, like, pressure building up in my ear. It's very strange. It's been that way ever since I was a kid, so yep. This game is called Professor Price.
To win the prize, you'll have to successfully answer 3 questions.
Oh gosh, how does this work?
The professor will show your correct answers on his right hand and your incorrect answers in his left hand. If you give 3 incorrect answers, you'll lose the prize. Good luck. And these are the last 2 numbers in the value of the prize.
Corvair the Pinto?
First
Okay.
question. How many ounces are in a half pint?
How many ounces are in a half pint? So let's figure this out. How many pints are in a quart? Is that 3 pints in a quart? And there's 3 cups in... No, wait. Is there 1 cup in a half pint? Is a half pint the same as 1 cup? Because 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces, right? You gonna say 4? I think the answer is 8. But that's because I think a half pint and a cup are the same thing. Because the milk cartons at my school that I get every day for lunch, every weekday anyway, except for this week, I think they're 1 cup of milk. It's like measured to fit the school standard. And I know that 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces because I use a measuring cup all the time. And I always notice the ounces on the side. So Almighty Peanuts going with me. Jet Screamer saying that I'm pretty sure it's 8.
That's your first correct answer.
Whew.
Is the number 8 in the value of the prize?
I'm sorry, what? Is the number 8 in the value of the prize? Oh. Okay, it's got the price of it on there, but it doesn't have the answers to the questions. So I'm going to say no.
You're right. That number was not in the value of the prize.
Yeah.
That's your second correct answer. 1 more and you win. Let's update the board. Here's your next question. In
Wonder what the
baseball,
first number is.
How many runs is a grand slam home run?
Oh, that's easy. Isn't it 4? How many runs is a grand slam home run? Yeah. The batter plus all 3 on bases. Am I overthinking this? It's 4, isn't it? You say fail. Oh, fail for you. I think you're right this time, Jet Screamer. You were just looking ahead. I'm pretty sure I'm not overthinking this. 4.
That is your third correct answer. You
Yeah.
win.
Oh, I don't even have to guess where it's at. That car, a Chevy Nova, was $4,700 back in 1977. When Star Wars came out, you can buy a brand new car for $4,700.
You'll spin the wheel. If your spin
That is
or
insane.
your combination of 2 spins is higher than the current leader, you'll win the chance to play in the showcase. Be careful though.
Can you
If
buy a
go
car
over
under
$1,
20
you'll
grand
lose.
today?
If your total is exactly $1,
I mean, a new
you'll
car,
win
brand new,
$1,000
specced out,
and you'll
everything.
Spin again for a chance at even more bonus cash. This is
Let's
the current leader. Beat
do what I'm
his
used to
score
doing.
win. It's your turn to spin.
Alexa, can you buy a brand new car today for under $20,000? She just gave me the boom. Alexa, what is the cheapest brand new car on the market today?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the Nano is the world's cheapest car, costing $2,500.
Okay, apparently I'm way off. $2,500 is the cheapest car. It's called the Nano. I need to see what this looks like. Give me a second here. Well, we'll have to spin again. What's the leader have? I missed it.
Your result is lower than the leaders. You have
Kia.
to spin the wheel again.
In the mid-70s, you think you can get a Volkswagen Beetle for $9.99? Was that what it was? Well, the Volkswagen Beetle is not as cheap as the Nano. $2,500. That's got to be like a golf cart. I know the prices of dirt bikes. I'm not talking about them. Oh, that'll put me over. That's too far under.
Your total is still lower than the leaders.
Well, no showcase appearance this time. They're including Chinese cars. So what is the Nano car price? Yep. Huh. And yes, you're correct. It is. I think that is an Asian car. Really? That's, I'm looking at this car, and it looks like a smart car, number one. But number two is it doesn't look... The headlights look like they're stickers, like they're from the movie Cars. So this thing is... That still looks like it costs more than $2,500. The tires on them are about the size of what I'd see on a golf cart. The body style is a 4-door and a hatchback, or a 5-door hatchback. It's got a rear engine. It's got a 4-speed manual transmission, or you can get it in automatic. I'm just now learning this car existed, so sorry. Does it have eyelashes? Not that I can see. But seriously, look up, it's called the Tata Nano. Here, I'll put the link here. This is what I'm looking at right now. This is on the Wikipedia page. Production was eventually halted in May of 2018. Oh. So they're no longer producing this thing. But when I typed it in, yeah, okay, so apparently that's a different thing. Cheapest car in the United States today. Car and Driver. Here's a good source. Carandriver.com. Says the average price. Yeah. The average price of an automobile in the United States is $47,077. That's up from the summer where inflation... That's apparently what inflation did. From summer to December, it went to $47,000, but it was $40,000 during the summer. And here it is, yeah. The Nissan Sentra is $20,635. The Kia Soul, somebody mentioned it could be a Kia, is $20,505 with minimum options. The Hyundai Venue, the Kia Forte, probably saying that wrong, Forte. Here we go. $19,790 Subaru Impreza. The Hyundai Accent is still $17,690. Okay, I knew that was going to be cheap. The Kia Rio is $17,000. The Nissan Versa is $16,205. I'm wondering what it has. It's got a 122 horsepower inline 4. The Mitsubishi Mirage is $16,125. And here it is. I should have guessed. The cheapest car, according to Car and Driver in their list, is the Chevy Spark at $14,595. Chevy is losing the Spark for 2023 as the model is being discontinued without any direct replacement. The Spark, which has been America's cheapest new car since 2020, is a great value. However, power comes from... Oh, I'm sorry. It doesn't say however. Power comes from a tiny 98 horsepower inline 4 with a 5-speed manual standard in its cheapest form. Automatic transmission probably bumps that up. Gets 38 miles per gallon on the highway and has a 9-gallon fuel tank. Unfortunately, the Spark lacks greatly in safety standard features. There's no forward collision warning or automated braking system unless you pay extra. Cruise control is also extra. Are you kidding me? So that's what they have to do to get this thing down to that price. No cruise control, no safety features. Let's see here. Almighty Peanut says, you have a Kia Carnival, sweetest looking minivan. Nice. You can keep your man card while driving it. They've come a long way, so did Hyundai. Yep. Nothing like driving a 5-speed. So I always like to tell people this story, at least young kids who are learning to drive today. I learned to drive a manual on 2 different types of cars. First, there was an old Chevy S10 that my brother had. Oh no, see, I've been talking too long. Even the game's getting impatient. Main menu for now. I'll either come back to this or I'll play something different here in a little bit. But there was an old Chevy S10, and I kid you not, there was almost no way to kill that thing when you were driving it. The gears were so, I don't want to say smooth. I would call it smooth, but they were probably so stripped that there was no it didn't even feel like you were shifting gears when you would go from first to second or back into reverse or whatever. But I was 15 probably when I drove that, maybe 14, and I only drove it on our property and moved firewood from the backyard to the front yard. But it was one of those things where Dad was like, yeah, here, I'll give you the keys, just don't take it to the street and you can just go and get wood. I'm like, oh, sweet, I'll do that. And they didn't give me any direction on how to drive the stick. I just did it. And then I was formally trained how to, and this, you're going to find this hilarious just because of my size. I was formally trained on how to drive a stick shift in a 1999 Chevy Sprint, which was the successor to the Geo Metro. That thing was a 3-cylinder. The original one that we had was an 80s version, but this was actually, I don't know if my dad bought it when it was brand new in 1999 to upgrade it, but the original one we had was a Chevy Sprint from 1985, I think, and it had a pale blue color, and we called it the Spam Can because it was that same color as a can of Spam. And I think the license plate said Spammy or Spam or something like that on it. So it was hilarious. Now, the one that we got in 1999 was silver, so it was like light Spam, I guess. I don't know what the light Spam can used to look like, but we still call it the Spam Can. And I kid you not, you miss shift in that car and it just dies. It just shuts off. So imagine you crank up to interstate speed. Back then in Illinois, it would have been 65 miles an hour, which, by the way, we used to joke that car would get scared at interstate speed because it would shake so bad driving down the highway. My brother said, yeah, you get a free back massage if you drive that thing down the interstate. My dad drove that every day to work. He had to drive like 30 miles to work every day. And it was... That's why I got it, because it was great in gas mileage, it was cheap, and that's basically the only thing he drove. But yeah, I learned how to drive a manual on that thing. So if you can imagine going 65, and then let's say you have to slow down because there's a traffic calming ahead and you miss a gear and it just dies. Talk about intense. You got to start it back up, get it back in gear, and get going, because otherwise the interstate's going along there. I remember, I don't know how we did this, but we drove down, we did like a 70 or 80 mile trip in that car when my brother got his license, and I didn't have my license yet. And we drove that thing for like 80 miles, and me and another one of my friends in the back seat. I don't know how we made that trip with 3 full-grown, like I was 15, my brother was 17. My other friend was, my brother was, if I was 15, yeah, he would have been 17. My other friend would have been 16. And we were all heavy set. So we're all fitting in this like a clown car. Today, I probably couldn't even get in it. It's just insane. Yeah, Jet Screamer says, I remember that 3-banger. Yep. Your 4-speed Volkswagen Bug had the most forgiving transmission. Like I said, yeah, it was just, I don't know what made it so touchy. But I remember the reason why I learned you could kill it. This is insane. I'm telling this story. How I found out that you can kill it by misshifting is because, so my dad is not, I like my dad. I love my dad. We're so, we're on good terms, but it's going to sound like we're not. Whenever my dad, this is also ironic because I became a teacher. So whenever my dad would try to teach me something, he always got very impatient very quickly. That's just how he was. He shows patience with other people, by the way. He's a very patient person. He worked with mentally handicapped people for 5 or 6 years as the maintenance person. And I mean, he shows extreme patience with everybody else. But for some reason, his own kids, he can have a short fuse. If you've seen the meme about not handling the flashlight correctly while Dad works on the car or whatever, that is my dad to a T. So he can just snap at you. I mean, he doesn't. I don't think it's personal. At least I didn't take it personally. But I did this time. I was driving, and I was driving it correctly, and then he started getting on me. Now, be careful, because if you misshift that gear, the car's just going to die on you. And he just kept saying that. And finally, it just bugged me so much. So as we were pulling up, I was driving myself to the school. My dad was going to take the car and go home. We get to the front of the school. I just misshift the gear because he's making me nervous about it. So I end up misshifting the gear. It's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. And the car dies. And out of frustration, I was just like, the car was coming to a stop anyway, but I didn't put it in park. So the car just dies. The car is still rolling, slowing down though. And it was a school zone, so I was going under 20 to begin with. And all of a sudden, I'm just like, screw it. I take off the seatbelt, I open the door, and I get out of the car. I had never seen my dad so upset in his life. He's just like, are you kidding me? So he gets out. He runs around the back behind the car, catches up to the car again, gets back in, puts the car in park, starts it, and then just floors it and takes off. So, as you can tell, he needed some patience with me to begin with, but that's how I knew that if you misshift, it will die. And there was a couple other times too. That's why I said, if I learned how to drive a stick on that, then I'm probably out of practice. I probably have to practice again. I can't remember the last time I drove a stick anything. It's been probably when I was still a teenager, to be honest, because every other car that I've had since has always been an automatic. And everything else I drive is an automatic. For a while, we still had manuals on our school buses, but I don't drive the school bus, so... Oh, Mind Peanut says 6'3", so you get squished into cars pretty easily. Yeah, I remember you saying that before about the tall factor. So I'm 6 foot, which makes me almost perfect. But I also have a longer torso than legs. So when I sit in a car, I probably have the same length of torso as someone who's like 6'3" or 6'4". So when I sit down in a car, I sit very tall. Like in this chair too, it looks like I'm a lot taller because my head pops up behind the back of the chair. But I'm 6 foot tall, but I have shorter legs than I have a torso. It's just kind of a weird body quirk, I guess. So when I sit down with some height. So I can hear you on that too. But also then the wide size doesn't help in that scenario. It's funny as I was trying to think of the tightest space I've been in a car lately. My brother bought a Corvette, like a 2002 style Corvette. He's the car guy anyway. And he's taken it to like the racetrack, and he's been able to race it up there and do whatever with it. And he has racing tires on it, got the tight suspension so he can make corners and things like that. But he always does it legally. So that's like the strange thing, is that he bought it to do it legally. And sitting in that car, it sits so low to the ground. It is literally like laying down and then trying to lift yourself back up out of it. I basically have to roll out of the car to get out of it. The next thing would probably be my friend's Tesla. That's another thing too, where it's a tighter fit than I would like. But I don't usually ride in like smaller cars anymore. My back, I can't take it anymore. I'm getting too old, and I'm not in shape. So. But yeah, there's some car stories for you. You know, now that I'm mentioning car stories, it's making me want to play like a racing game. I don't know if I have one readily available. Let me go back to... Do I have it? There we go. Oh, that also gets rid of the music too. So I'm using my old setup for streaming. Back to the menu. The Miata is awful. I was trying to think. I've the setup that I'm using for this in here. By the way, you guys like the C64 box that's sitting down there? Now that I've put it on full view, I can see it. But this is my old setup before I used to have like the chat feature built in and everything. So this is actual OBS. What I've been using for my other channel streams is Streamlabs. And I went back to this program because this is now set up for Player One Start FPS, and Streamlabs is set up for my main channel. Eventually, all streams will move over, so Streamlabs will be set up for all that too. I'm trying to see if I have any racing games installed on here. I probably don't. Unless... Oh, well, I kind of do. Not the kind of racing game I don't think of. I'm going to take a quick break, use the restroom, and then I will be right back with a little bit more. And then we'll see what other racing style game I'm going to do here. I think I have a taking the break scene set up for this. So stick around. Tell me what you guys... Tell me either your first car or your favorite car that you've owned, that you wish you still owned. That would be something to take a look at when we're back. Or favorite racing game from either PCs or console of any era. That would be pretty good. I'll type that in the chat as I take a quick break here. Alright, let's take a look at some of your guys' responses as I'm starting up. This is the racing game I have on here, so... Not as accurate as to what we're talking about, but at least it's a racing game. And no, I wouldn't consider this one of my favorite racing games, because I consider this more arcade style than anything else. Let's see if this is going to work. You guys can still hear me, right? Make sure I'm not still muted or anything. Perfect. Looks like it's going out there. Oh, my filters are off, though. There we go. That'll get rid of the duplicating of the sound. Oh, I forgot that they have this little cutscene at the beginning. Can't remember the last time I played this, too. So we're no longer playing The Price is Right Decades. We'll get that message changed out here real quick. As... Wii. And if you can't tell, it's on the Wii.
Mario Kart Wii!
I mean, Mario Kart 8 would probably still be my favorite Mario Kart. I could play that instead. Turn that down a little bit. Let's see what we got for cars here. Jet Screamer says VW Bug for first or favorite car. Yeah, back in the day, because of the Herbie movies, I did want a Bug. I understand at a person of my size it would have looked hilarious. I always tell people, if you want to know what I looked like when I was younger, just imagine me at the same size, just proportionately smaller. So, always been overweight. Oh, that's one I wouldn't have thought of, Jet Screamer. Pod was a good racer. Yeah, I haven't played Pod in ages, though. That was specifically a PC game, wasn't it? They ever release that on consoles? Let's look at the old Pod racing game. Ha, and I type it in, the first thing that comes up is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer for Pod racing. No, I just want Pod. There we go. Planet of Death is what it stood for. Specifically for Microsoft Windows by Ubisoft. They need to make a remaster of this and put it out there for like everybody. That would be one I would think of. NFS Unbound. You know what, Jet Streamer? Believe it or not, I just started playing that myself. And I have been surprisingly impressed with it. Like, in terms of, I've heard some criticism that it's too similar to one of their older games, but I don't know. I think it looks pretty good and handles pretty well. Stunning on the Xbox. So okay, I got mine on PlayStation 5, but that's not a matter of preference. That's a matter of it was available for the Xbox when I grabbed it, so that's what I had. All My Opinion says first car was that '98 Mustang. First I bought was an '04 Mustang GT that I modded like crazy. Supercharged, full exhaust. Ha! Nice. See, yeah, if you're into that kind of stuff in the car person, that's you sound like you get along well with my brother. He's more the car guy than I am. I consider cars like a utility. I'm like that with computers. Although I do consider I don't build my own computers for my own personal use. Only because I like my computers to work without me having to work on it all the time. And that's not a hobby for me. I still kind of view computers as a utility as well. But what I mean by cars as a utility is it's like buying a screwdriver to me. I don't care if it's the best screwdriver in the world, as long as it works when I need it to do what I need it to do. So I don't care what it looks like. For the most part. Right now I drive an SUV. Not because of, like, I guess I do appreciate some of the benefits of the size, but I don't really have like a huge family to drive around in it. What I got an SUV for is because I haul around stuff all the time, and I didn't specifically, I want a truck, but I don't want to get a truck. And those of you who own a truck will know the reason why I don't want to buy a truck is because everybody will ask me to borrow my truck. I just know I know everyone who's owned a truck, and I've been guilty of it too. Everybody always asks to borrow it for one reason or another. And not that I'm selfish, but it's my truck. And people don't take care of other people's vehicles as much as they take care of their own. So I got an SUV so I can still get stuff around. I go on game hauls sometimes, and I will pack that thing full, like taking on vacation, do whatever. And it's a nice little vehicle. Yeah, so that's the reason why I enjoy it now. But the reason why, if I cared about what it looked like, I would not have gotten an SUV. I would have got like a Speed Roadster or something like that, or maybe even like a Mustang or whatever. Although a rear-wheel drive Mustang in Illinois is not a good proposition, or in Minnesota or in Wisconsin, mainly because when it snows, that thing's going to handle like crap. Could be fun though. Hey, David Carmichael. Welcome to the stream. First car you had was a 1988 Chevy Corsica. Nice. I like it. Favorite racing game is Burnout 2 Director's Cut on Xbox. I don't know if I have Director's Cut, but I do. I warmed up to the Burnout franchise actually more recently because I didn't play it when it first came out. Probably Burnout Paradise. It was the first one I played on PS3. And it handled well enough to where I liked it, but when I started collecting things for like Xbox and PlayStation 2, I did actually not too long ago play, earlier this year, or was it last year? It was probably last year that I played Burnout, the first Burnout, Burnout 2, and is that the Revenge? Is that the one it is? And then there's Burnout 3 that was all released on Xbox. And I think I did those right in a row because I was going to do something with it, and then ended up not doing something with it, so I have some footage captured of that. Those aren't bad either. Get Screamer says, I did some stuff to the bug too, just added some horses to keep up with traffic. Yeah. You think it was the first game to use MMX? Okay. Blur was awesome. Oh, Mighty Peanut says, I have a truck. Nobody has to borrow it because you're such a rural area. Everyone out there has a truck. See, that's the thing too. I think one of my brothers and my nephew. My nephew has a truck. And so I figured if there's something I need that's bigger than the SUV, I'll either get it shipped to myself or I will borrow his truck. But the other thing too is that I cannot afford a truck, to be quite honest with you. Like, I really do want a truck, but an SUV is like half the price. And I'll probably go through two of those before I go through one truck, because apparently those hold their value and last a lot longer, especially if you take care of them. So I think I'll be okay with borrowing somebody else's truck. And I also want to say too, especially now that pricing's so high, and although our pricing on vehicles starting to come back down. Oh, I have no save data on here, so I'm going to start a new capture of this, and we're just going to do this right from the get-go. Perfect. So this must not be the Wii that I had played it on before. I thought this was my childhood Wii, but it must not be. Oh. If I hack my Wii, I'll probably put this back on here so I can do this online again. But I'll tell you this, my favorite racing game of all time. I want to say of all time, but whenever I think of my favorite racing game, the first thing I think of is Need for Speed 2 SE on the PC. Now, the reason why I think of that, pretty sure that's the one I usually choose. That's fine. We're gonna do automatic on this, just because I'm not used to the controls yet. But yeah, Need for Speed 2 SE. So it has the additional one track, I think, and another hidden track on there. Because what is it? It's either called Monolith Studios or something Studios, where you basically race through the sets of a Hollywood backlot. I should have had manual on there, because I like to manually drift. It doesn't look like I can... Yep. I can't jump either. Okay. Oh, live and learn. Oh, I let it go. So it's not the shoulder button, it's the shoulder button, not the trigger. I will hold it behind me. Oh yes, we're gonna see a lot of that in here too. There we go. I'm so used to the controls on Mario Kart 8 now, it's kind of hard to get back used to this. They were so proud of that, weren't they? And we have to have at least one blue shell a race, right? If I remember this one correctly. And the farther I get ahead out of everyone, the more blue shells there will be. There we go. First race down. Yes, Screamer says, "Oh, you bought a real video card for NFS2 SE?" That's kind of funny. I played it on a Packard Bell 133 megahertz. I don't remember. I remember it had 1 megabyte of video memory, so it had to have its own video chip in it, right? But I was at the age where I wouldn't have noticed that for sure. So yeah, that is something that Almighty Penis says, is the stream pausing for anyone else? It's not on mine. Although every once in a while I get a message saying I'm sending too much data to YouTube. I don't know why that's a problem, but it can cause certain glitches. So. It's probably something I fixed in my Streamlabs OBS, but haven't gone back and fixed in my regular OBS because I never had to. Was this the debut of Moo Moo Meadows? I'm pretty sure it is. This game was the first Mario Kart game that I owned since... This is the first Mario Kart game I had owned since Super Mario Kart. I had probably... I know I had played Mario Kart 64 at a friend's house. I was like, oh, that looks awesome. I wish I owned it, but I didn't own an N64 and I didn't own a GameCube. The first time I played Double Dash was on the Wii with backwards compatibility after I bought this game. And then eventually I got Mario Kart 64 on the Virtual Console on here too. So yeah, from 1993 or 92, whenever Super Mario Kart came out, until 2008, that was my primary Mario Kart game. That's kind of funny, in 2015, when I got a Wii U, I got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with it. It didn't come pre-installed or anything, although I thought it should have. Instead, I got the Nintendo Land Edition and Super Mario 3D World Edition. So mine came with Nintendo Land and 3D World. Which is funny, when I first played 3D World built-in, I wasn't as impressed with it. There we go. But I really like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I did think to myself, it's such a shame that it was going to be locked to a platform that nobody would play, and then it was also a launch title for the Switch, so whatever. So yes, going from Super Mario Kart to this was a huge leap forward. This is the second one with fully 3D models. I was going to say Double Dash also had 3D models, right? Oh gosh, another one is, so the one I needed a video card for was actually Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. And that game, I would also say is one of my favorite, but not on PC. I played that one mostly. On the PlayStation 1. The graphics weren't better than on the PC, but my PC could run it. I remember we got Need for Speed 3, and then we couldn't play it for like 2 years because the PC that we were trying to play it on, I mean, there was a software rendering mode on it, but I want to say it was literally like 1 frame a second, and it kept crashing. So it was a game that really required a Voodoo card or whatever for it to actually run. And then when we got our PC upgrade in 2000, we had a Gateway computer, but no, it wasn't a Gateway 2000. It was a Gateway that we got in 2000. It had an AMD Athlon processor in it and some sort of video card. I don't remember what kind. Then I was finally able to play Need for Speed 3 on the PC. I think the first game that we got for the PlayStation 1 was not Hot Pursuit, but Need for Speed High Stakes. And the first game I got for it, because I was still young enough to enjoy those types of games, was A Bug's Life. That game is pretty terrible, in hindsight. I enjoyed it back in the day, but it is, yes, it's not the best game. Tedious 3D platformer back when they weren't quite sure how to make them. Partially a collectathon, but a lot of it was like little puzzles. But when we first got our games, that was too. We didn't have a memory card because we didn't know we needed one. And our parents thought that we got suckered into it, so they weren't going to buy us a memory card. We had to like ask for it for our birthday or whatever. I think my birthday was the first to come up after we got the original PlayStation, so that's probably my birthday gift was, there it is. I'm surprised that was the first blue shell. So I remember for the first, like, it had to be over a month. Maybe 2 months? Okay, there we go again. They're getting all the blue shells in now that I missed in the first 2 races. So my brother would play Need for Speed High Stakes, and he wouldn't shut the console off because we didn't have a memory card. Okay, now it's starting to pause for me too. Live streaming isn't available right now? What? I think it's a YouTube issue. If anybody's still seeing me, I think this is a YouTube issue. Yeah, it keeps buffering for you? Yep. I just got a message saying it's not available right now, but if you can still see me. You see it now, but it keeps happening? Yep. I think YouTube's having issues today. This is why I stream on Sundays. Less issues on Sundays, right? You know what? I do remember one of the reasons why I didn't stream on Mondays is because, well, there was 2 reasons. One, there was a streamer at the time that I was following that only streamed on Mondays. And so I was always, like, wanting to watch them. And so I was streaming on Tuesdays. I think that was the first thing I originally did was I started streaming on Tuesdays. And then I switched to Sundays because I was having way too many things happening on Tuesdays where I couldn't consistently stream on it. Then I switched to Mondays again. Then Mondays became busy again, so I switched back to Sundays. So, and I haven't, usually by now I could have switched back. Or maybe, was I still on Tuesdays before I switched back to Sundays? I can't remember. But anyway. I remember I had more issues on Mondays than any other day with YouTube streaming. I don't know if that's just a me generalization thing. Sometimes it would just be that my home internet was down. Other times it would be I would just try to contact YouTube servers and they would just be like, sorry, not today. What in the world? Oh, no one hit him. There we go. But I'm sure you guys don't want to hear me complain about YouTube streaming stuff for all this time. Really? It hit me to the side. I shouldn't be complaining because this is like the easiest setting that I can do on a Mario Kart. I'm just complaining for when it's about to get more difficult. I have to start somewhere. I have to unlock all the tracks again, I guess. With this being upscaled with the retro tank, this actually looks pretty darn good. Like, the only things that I can tell, I mean, other than it not being in widescreen, but the biggest reason why I can tell this is still on the Wii and like in 480p is the HUD elements. And even they look smoothed out more so than I would be used to seeing on a flat panel display. And yes, because I was just playing the GameCube, I can tell that's a lot more higher res than that. Gosh, that takes me back. My niece and nephew were young, they would play this with me too, and they would always be terrible at it. Now they probably could beat me in a heartbeat. Two stars. I forgot what the formula is for the stars on here, but it's not as picky as the one on Game Boy Advance. That's for sure. You know what? I could have plugged in Need for Speed Nitro on here. I wonder if that's installed to my hard drive. Remember, I played it on stream before, so I know I have it somewhere. So let's go with manual and see what happens this time. So I've got a cup for that one. Next one's Flower Cup. Oh yeah, these are the classic tracks. Was this the first game to include remastered tracks? It depends on if the DS version came out before this. Pretty sure it did. Yeah, I think this is the first one that had remastered tracks. Because, I think one of the criticisms of Double Dash is that they didn't have that many tracks on it. And they said it kind of felt like a demo more than a full game. Ooh, right behind me. There we go. That's better. I hit him with a green shell. Which almost never happens. Well, those things don't block red shells. That's gotta be it. Can you charge up your drift like you can in Mario Kart 8 in this game? I don't remember. A lot of things I don't remember about this game that I used to play almost all the time. This is the game that I think everyone wanted to play on the Wii. Other than Wii Sports, it's pretty much Mario Kart and this. Oh, sorry, Mario Kart and this. Wii Sports and this. Yay, another banana peel. Yay, a blue shell. Darn it. What? Why are there so many people close to me? This is 50cc. I should be winning without any effort here. Dang you, Waluigi. He keeps getting those and setting those off. Hydro Thunder on the 360 is addictive? Yeah, Hydro Thunder. I guess in terms of, I was thinking racing games of cars. But yeah, that's Hydro Thunder is probably one of my favorite arcade racing games of all time. That's not like cars and stuff. My opinion. All right, Tyler, have a good rest of your evening. Gotta get to bed. Gotta get up early for the gym and work. Okay. No, pleasure as always. Thanks for joining me, Almighty Peanut. Again, this could be the only other time I stream this week, so sorry that it's having some issues tonight, but yeah, it's only 9:30. Okay. Why I didn't jump correctly, I don't know. Good job. There we go. My friends are going to be driving the cars that try to stop me. Oh no. I went up the wrong escalator. Again. Can't believe I did that. Twice. Yes, you can charge it up. Okay. Too close to him, so it flew right by him. Doesn't sound fair. Oh, baby Mario's dishing out the punishment. How unfortunate. That's gonna be close. Closer. There we go. The new Hot Wheels game has an incredible look. Oh yeah, I like that one too. So in terms of modern racers, I don't know. I like the modern Hot Wheels game, but I don't know. I found myself not as addicted to it as previous Hot Wheels entries, so I'd hesitate to say that's a favorite of my modern ones. Need for Speed Unbound is pretty good, or NFS Unbound. I don't know if that's... Are they going to stop making it stand for something like some of the other games of the past? They start to rebrand things for the younger generation. I did like Forza Horizon 5. Forza Horizon 4 and Forza Horizon 5 were two very key early on games for me to play on the Xbox Series X. More so than Halo. I also really enjoyed, Oh. Oh, I got stuck in the snow. So I also really enjoyed Microsoft Flight Simulator as an early title. What were some of the other games that were on Game Pass right as soon as I got my Xbox? I remember for a while there was not much on that yet. Of course, I timed it just right to where I'd missed that. I mean, thankfully Breath of the Wild came out when the Switch came out, so when I got that, I got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe first, I think. No. I got Legend of Zelda. I can't remember which one I got first. I got them very close together. So Breath of the Wild took a lot of my time on the Switch. So that was nice. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was another one that I really liked on there. But then there's like nothing else on the Switch that I wanted to play for a little while. Almost until Mario Odyssey. I'll say the same thing for the Wii. Why I ended up playing a lot more GameCube games early on in the Wii's lifespan, because there weren't a lot of Wii games I was very interested in when it first came out. I got rid of my red shell. I think it's the same with a lot of new consoles. Like the PS5 when I first got it. What did I play on there? I played Demon Souls. So that was for the second time. And then I played Sackboy: A Big Adventure, Miles Morales. There was a few more of them at launch that I got. And then I didn't play my PlayStation 5 for a while. The Xbox was kind of the same way. I got like, what was it, 3 months, 6 months of Game Pass on it, so that also took up a lot of my time, and then nothing for a little while until like the next game started coming out on it. Probably power that back up and see what's on the Series X for what's new on Game Pass for that. That's, I think, the first time I've hit somebody else with that. I was just thinking the PlayStation 2 was another console where I played more games for the previous generation. Same with the PlayStation 3. I played more games for the... Yep, that was fun. Played more games for its previous generation, just like the Wii, than I did for the current gen when that first came out. On the 9th. Really? Will you give this to me even though I hate when I have to send this out to other people? Nice little extra boost. Getting Yoshi. He's like farther back than anybody else. Oh, thankfully that didn't knock me off because that would have made me very upset. Oh. You got first place. Unlocked a new cup. I think we'll do one more. I got one more in me. Ooh, not that one. Although if I do two more, then I'll get all the modern tracks on here. Got a crash? Yep. Oh, that's right. I was wondering who would get in here on a Monday night. Yep, that was the worst thing that could have happened, but whatever. Have a good night, Jet Screamer. Thanks for joining me. That does remind me about something. Sorry. Pause this for just a second. There we go. Perfect. Man, they really didn't want me getting power-ups through there, did they? Don't tailgate me. Whoa. Will it make a difference? Nope, Luigi still got third. Oh. Excuse me. I was gonna say, what happened to the blue shell? We had to wait until it was absolutely inconvenient for me to get struck down. I lost count of how many blue shells that was. Rumble Volcano. Oh, it's been a while since I played this one. Did that one. Ah, 2 stars again. What do I gotta do to get 3 stars in this thing? Oh, I've unlocked our new racer. Continue this in just a second. Almost there. Okay. Yes, we're gonna do one more. At least. I can't remember which one I picked. If I picked the same one or if I picked the one next to it. Must be getting tired, who knows. Good. It was the same one. I thought so. Man, they really don't want me starting out well on this one, do they? Every time I have a block, it still hits me with something. Ooh, that was a poorly calculated decision. just thought of something. I want to see the movie, the backstory behind how Yoshi went back in time and became an Egyptian pharaoh. To the point where they would make him a giant pyramid. And Steve Martin writes a song about him instead of King Tut, King Yosh. I didn't realize how far ahead I was from everyone else. Oh my gosh, was this the debut of this one? Ouch. Yeah, let's not try drifting in this one. Yeah. Can't even bounce into the side of them? Very lucky there. There we go. reach. Oh, I forgot. Secret to this is this. We're gonna get there. Oh, you just can't have a final race without Rainbow Road. No! Knew I was gonna fall off eventually. They really don't want me winning this one, do they? Everything that should have been coming on the last few laps all comes at once. Oh, right across the finish line. Only 1 star. Probably because I took damage. Nice. I scored star in the entire Wii Grand Prix on 50cc. He says Baby Daisy. Oh, and a large cart, the Piranha Prowler. What kind of gas mileage that thing gets? Ah, no credits. Yeah, I'll keep going for one more. And we're doing the classic tracks. We're very proud of those things that flip your current. Oh, that was close. Of course. Work out, man. Kind of wonder if modern generations will think this is Minecraft themed because of its low-res textures. Instead of just being Super Nintendo themed. There we go. I guess those in first place shouldn't throw red shells. Stand for a second. I know I keep saying one more. Let's do one more. I did it again. That's not it. And we gave a pinball there for a second. Oh, I feel like I just played this one not too long ago. When they had the GBA games online. GCN stand for? I know GameCube. GameCube Network? Alright, I think I can use a quick break. Again, let me know if you guys are in the chats. Just playing some Mario Kart Wii. Be right back. Alright. Get back at it. See if we can beat this tonight. Make sure I go over this time. We got the DS Desert Hills, DBA Bowser's Castle 3, N64 DK's Jungle Parkway, and the GameCube's Mario Circuit. Oh, let's see what's going on. missed it. Sounds about right. Oh no. Yes, I timed that jump right. Alright. Well, I got rid of it. Another blue shell. I had a blue shell, a red shell, a 5-second gap, and then another blue shell. Whoops. think I did it. And there it is. It's Mario Kart Wii. General producer Shigeru Miyamoto. Producer Hideki Kono. Yeah. Like a little smooth jazz theme they got going on out there at the end. And there it is. Sure, I'll save a message to the message board. Ah. Please continue to enjoy Mario Kart Wii. I think I have. Ooh, we got Diddy Kong. What else did I unlock? Got the cheap charger. Oh, and now I can play the Grand Prix 50cc and karts and bikes. Yeah, the next time I'll have to do bikes and 100cc. That's all I got for tonight, though. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. Hope all of you have a great night, and I hope to see you again sometime on the stream. Have a good night, everybody.